Hello everyone.
Добрый день.
Anthropic, a company dedicated to developing generative artificial intelligence systems, is actively dealing with the potential catastrophic risks these technologies could pose to humanity. And I'm not joking. Anthropic takes the possibility seriously. The development, or what we call the scaling, of large language models could indeed lead to disaster, and that risk shouldn't be ignored. To remind you, Anthropic is the creator of one of the most advanced and sizable generative AI systems, Claude, currently in version 3.5. No one knows the true size of this model, but testing has shown that Claude surpasses even my personal favorite, ChatGPT 4o, in many aspects. Now, here we have one of the leaders in artificial intelligence preparing quite earnestly for AI-induced disasters. How did it come to this? What kind of disasters are we talking about? These are just machines stringing words together, predicting the next token, pure math, right? When I read the report that inspired this video, I initially thought, here we go again, more provocateurs trying to squeeze money out of investors. But as I dug deeper, it became clear that if this is a provocation, it's so well crafted and thorough that ignoring it would be unwise. It's rare for me, but I will post the source of this video in a pinned comment, so you can check it out and judge for yourselves. In September 2023, Anthropic published its Responsible Scaling Policy, RSP, and in October 2024, they updated it significantly. According to Anthropic, catastrophic risks have evolved and grown in the past year and continue to do so. Other tech giants like OpenAI and Google are also concerned about these risks, even if they don't use terms like catastrophic. We'll discuss their risk mitigation programs as well, but in other videos. However, Anthropic is now publicly urging governments and political organizations to adopt their responsible scaling policy as a legal requirement at national and international levels. They also claim that the next 18 months will be crucial for making decisions to prevent these catastrophic risks. In short, they're applying pressure. What exactly is Anthropic's responsible scaling policy? And why the alarm? It's worth mentioning they didn't come up with the term themselves. It was introduced by Meta, Model Evaluation and Threat Research, who suggested the RSP framework. In line with their goal of making this policy universal, Anthropic says their version includes feedback from the US government, other governments, and various organizations. The first group of risks Anthropic considers catastrophic involves using large language models to create weapons of mass destruction, chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear. The risk lies in the possibility that an average, generally educated person who has no idea how to make such weapons could receive complete, step-by-step instructions from a generative AI on how to create and produce them. It's no secret that anyone with the knowledge and experience to build such weapons is already monitored by intelligence agencies, which is a good thing. But now, any bad actor with a technical college background who has read a few books to learn the terminology could potentially make something deadly. This is a real and pressing concern, and measures to guard against it are absolutely necessary. What caught my attention, and even worried me a bit, is that Anthropic also categorizes autonomous AI research and development as a catastrophic risk.
Autonomous AI research and development.
This means Anthropic, having created, thoroughly researched, and actively using one of the most advanced generative models, admits that as these models scale, they could begin self-improving independently and uncontrollably. Think about that. The creators themselves suggest that artificial intelligence could potentially evolve without human involvement or oversight. Well, here we are. As they say, greetings to Miri and Eliezer Yudkowsky. How did it come to this? These are just machines stringing words together, predicting the next token based on pure mathematics, right? So, what do we do now? I won't dive into every detail of Anthropic's RSP in this video. If you're interested, check it out or upload it to ChatGPT to ask your questions. We'll go over this policy in simple terms, highlighting the most important and even sensational points. Everything revolves around capability thresholds and corresponding required safeguards. These safeguards are built into the AI safety levels, ASL standards. ASL covers safety and deployment standards. Currently, Anthropic's models operate under ASL2. Here's how it works. Each new model is tested to see if it approaches, not necessarily reaches or surpasses, any of the current capability thresholds. These thresholds are constantly reviewed and revised, so they might change over time. If a model is far from these risk thresholds, it operates under the ASL2 standard. If the special testing team detects that a model is nearing any thresholds, it's subjected to the ASL3 standard, which includes more stringent safeguards. The model is then retested, and if the new measures still don't sufficiently mitigate the risks, the ASL standard itself is reevaluated. For instance, Anthropic is already working on the ASL4 standard. Anthropic outlines specific conditions for their responsible scaling policy and insists that RSP adheres to them. First, everything must be transparent and public. The criteria for assessing how close models are to these thresholds, the evaluation methods, and the required safeguards must be known and uniformly applied to all generative models. Second, there must be a balance between the restrictions imposed by safeguards and the potential for AI technology development. This second point strikes me as extremely important. Pushing this idea a bit further, we identify critical risks, set up barriers to prevent them, but we don't stop technological advancement. This means scientists have to explore development paths that are inherently and verifiably safe for humanity. While professionals might be more interested in the safety measures, the criteria for proximity to capability thresholds are more relatable to us as active users or observers of generative AI. Here's my adapted translation of these criteria from Anthropic's responsible scaling policy. How close are we to catastrophic risks that we need to tighten safeguards and elevate the safety standard? Weapons of mass destruction. The dangerous threshold is when a model can significantly assist individuals or groups with basic STEM knowledge in acquiring, producing, or deploying such weapons. How significant? That's up to the experts who design the testing methodology. We won't dive that deep. This is measured by comparing what bad actors could achieve using the AI model versus information publicly available in 2023, assuming they have funding and a year to work, but no initial specialized knowledge. Autonomous AI research and development. Here, the catastrophic threshold is reached if the model can fully automate the work of an entry-level researcher or cause a sharp acceleration in scaling efficiency. Specifically, this acceleration would be a sharp increase in the computational power needed to train the world's most powerful models. Sharp means an annual growth rate comparable to what took 2 years on average from 2018 to 2024. A period where resources grew 35-fold per year, resulting in a total 1,000-fold increase.
35 умноженное на 35. То есть ждем и боимся скачка эффективности примерно в 1000 раз за год.
Now, the most intriguing part, the model's autonomy checkpoint. This point is hit when a model can autonomously perform a wide range of complex software engineering tasks. These tasks should require 2 to 8 hours of human expert effort, and should be precursors to full self-replication or automated AI research and development.
Быть предшественниками полной автономной репликации или автоматизированных исследований и разработок в области ИИ.
Here's a direct quote for emphasis.
Ввиду особой важности.
We primarily view this level of model autonomy as a checkpoint on the way to managing the risks of robust, fully autonomous systems with capabilities that might include A. Automating and greatly accelerating research and development in AI development, B. Generating their own revenue and using it to run copies of themselves in large-scale, hard-to-shut-down operations. I didn't make this up, it's in Anthropic's document. I hope those of you who made it this far understand the gravity of that last statement. Just imagine, a leading AI developer, not fearmongers or alarmists, seriously preparing for a scenario where artificial intelligence could self-improve, generate its own income, and reproduce, escaping human control.
Зарабатывать деньги для себя и размножаться, выйдя из-под контроля человека.
And we'll keep calling these systems generative models, dumb bots, token guessers, and mere algorithms. That's the situation. My takeaway from this video, Anthropic may be stirring panic and hype, unable to keep up with the OpenAI Microsoft tandem. It's a classic Elon Musk move. If you can't outcompete, create fear, and slow them down. I'm curious if they've managed to scare the competition, especially the true industry leaders. We'll definitely find out as we discuss other companies' responsible development programs. So comment, share your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel. More to come.